Suppose you're ready to purchase a house. Your take-home pay or your net pay after your taxes is $2,450 per month. You want to follow the recommended guidelines by spending only 1/4 of your take-home pay on a house payment. You already have $5,000 saved up and you have very good credit, so you'll be able to get a mortgage rate of 2.75%. So we have to figure out a couple of things first before we can use our formula. And the first thing is, how much will you be able to make as your payment? So what payment can you make? And we want to do 1/4 of your take-home pay, which is $2,450. And 1/4 of $2,450 means 1/4 times $2,450. And we can find that by doing 1 divided by 4, or if you know, it's 0.25, and you get 0.25 times $2,450. And that means we would want to make a payment $612.50. So we know our payment, and then we need to think about this $5,000. You already have $5,000 saved up. So I think when we have our maximum purchase price, we can just add $5,000 on top of that, and that'll give us a higher value that we can use to purchase a home. So we'll save that $5,000 for the end. And then number one, we want, what is the total cost of the home you can afford with a 15-year mortgage? And that means that my T is going to be 15. I want to use this formula that we have here, so I'll scroll down so I can copy it down here. So I'll just plug in the values that we know. The payment is going to be that $612.50 that we found. My numerator is 1 minus 1 plus my R 0.0275 over 12 to the negative. It's a 15-year loan, so I have 12 times 15. For my exponent, I don't know that value yet, and the R over N for the denominator. First thing I still want to do is take that 0.0275 divided by 12 to get my R over N, and I will store that in A, as I have been doing all along. So I'll show that is in A. That is in A, and my A is 0.00229. And then I also need to know that 12 times 15, so 12 times 15 is 180. So I'll cross off that exponent and just write a 180. Now I know my denominator, my complete denominator is A, and so I can just focus on the numerator. I need to do 1 plus A to the negative 1/80th, and then take 1 minus that. And I wrote this, even though the payment is out front, you can also think of it as the payment over 1, and then it's being multiplied by that numerator, and still the A in the denominator. That'll work as well. So back to my numerator, I have 1 plus A. So my A is not on my calculator at the moment, so 1 plus, recall A, and I get 1.0229, and that makes sense, and to the negative 180, and then I have to take 1 minus answer, and now I have the whole thing in the square brackets. I'll just write this one more time. I don't want to confuse you too much, so I think I'll do it the way that I was showing before, which is with the 0.33769, etc., divided by A. So we'll do divide by the A, and I get 612.50 times 147.35, and it goes on. So times 612.5, I get a value of $90,256.48. What is the total cost of a home you can afford with a 15-year mortgage? So with a 15-year mortgage, remember we needed to add on the $5,000 that we had already saved up. So that would be plus 5,000, which is going to give us a value of $95,256.48 to purchase a home. Number two, what is the total cost of a home you can afford with a 30-year mortgage? So then our T equals 30. Most people take out a 30-year mortgage, and we'll see why in a minute. But some people take out a 15-year mortgage because they want to pay off their home sooner and they don't want to pay as much interest. So the interest rates are usually different for a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage. But in this case, we're just going to compare with the same rate. Same formula, MPP equals, and I'll just go ahead and plug in the values, still using the $612.50, still taking 1 minus 1 plus 0.0275 divided by 12 to the negative. Now it's going to be 12 times 30 years instead of times 15. So that's where our change comes in. And that's all over 0.0275 divided by 12. Remember, we stored this in A. It's still sitting there because we didn't delete anything, still in A. And the 12 times 30 is 360, but we'll do it 12 times 30 to show that it is 360. And remember, this is a negative 360. And now we're ready to do our calculations. We're going to take the 1 plus A first. To the negative 360. And then take 1 minus this amount. And then divide by A. So at this point we have 612.50 times 244.95, and it goes on. When we take that times 612.50, we get a maximum purchase price $150,033.86, and then add on that 5,000 that you have saved, and now we can afford a home that's $155,033.86. So the reason you would want to, this is with a 15-year mortgage, $95,000 home, and if you take out a 30-year mortgage, you have more time to pay it, so your $612.50 goes further, and you could afford a $155,000 home instead of a $95,000 home. So that's the benefit of a longer purchase period.